Okay. Hi, Jessica. We were doing
Hello,
our girl chat.
Michelle.
So we got our girl chat out of the way. It's time to get down to business. So last week we talked about me getting a coaching plan together for you because I am a little bit more structured. I know I didn't start out with you that way because I wanted to get a good feel for how we needed to flow. And we've been working together now for a couple, actually, what are we going on? About a month and a half, right? Maybe even
Yes.
a little bit longer unofficially before. But so now that I see where you are, I can tell, your pace because everybody's a little bit different. You can move fast. I can tell you know how to move quickly. So I don't
Hmm.
feel bad creating this structure, with these goals for you. And you will
Hmm.
help me to do that too. So it's not just me saying you should be doing this. It's going to be also me asking you, do you feel comfortable with being in this place right now? So, what I created was a picture of where you are now, meaning this is your company right here. But you are in a situation where you're going to have to do two things at once. You're going to have to start planning your organization officially, meaning creating a business plan, which is a working document. Normally, people do that first and then they create the business. But when you have already hit the ground running like this, and you can handle it, you do this kind of as you go. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get business from the government contracting that's going to make you think about these things anyway. And it's going to make you say, wait a minute, I haven't even thought about that. I haven't even thought about how many more employees might I need. So I'm going to help you stay on track with that. So on one side, you're planning your organization. And on the other side, you're going to be running your organization. Okay. Now, I'll be honest with you. I do that now, still to this day, because there are things that, are going to happen while I'm running the organization that makes me come back to my business plan,
Hmm.
my self development, and my strategy to say, this is not working. So when I'm done with my day to day running the company, there are days that I set aside just for planning, just for thinking about my vision. Is it working? Just looking at my numbers, making sure that I'm meeting my goals and things like that. So
Okay.
you and I talked about this a little bit earlier. You know that lady, the statue with the scale.
Yes.
This is you, except you're going to have to balance both of them. So you're going to
Right.
be focused on these two things: running, because you're already running, and organizing and planning for your future. Okay, so that's what this chart
Okay.
is. Now, the next chart is, and that chart, by the way, will grow. We will add blocks to it. As you can see, I've added two on each side because we already have
Hmm.
milestones for those. We already have goals for those. Okay. Now, the
Okay.
next tab is your success plan, your business sustainability, meaning we don't want to just create a business. And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs make mistakes. They're not thinking about, okay, once I make my first few million, how do I continue to live like that? How do I make the company continue to run that way? Because you don't
Right.
want to have a great first year and a horrible second year if you can help it, even though that happens in business, but you still want to make sure it's sustainable. So
Right.
you have to do things like the business planning, like paying attention to what's going on in your business. So this is your milestone list. So what I do is I come down here and you and I will do some of this together. I did do it for the first four milestones. I said by January 20th, she should be creating her business plan, right? She should be starting to think about that. By February 1st, she will be doing her second milestone is she will be doing 8 to 10 bids a month. And you're already on your way. Okay. So we're
Hmm.
submitting two on Monday. You have two more that you're looking at. You're going to be up to eight with no problem. And then, if we can get to 10 by February 2nd, that would be great. And then March, I expect that by now you're feeling this thing. So you should know what you want your company to look like. Even though you have a vision book, Jessica has been writing things down and,
Hmm.
before she started the company, which is what we all do. But you should also know what you want your revenue to look like. Do you want to
Right.
make $1 million your first year? If that's what you want, don't be shy. Let's go for it.
Right.
Because I mean, you can't do it if you don't try. Don't say,
Right.
500,000 is more reasonable. Have you thought about that? What you want to make in your first year? Have you thought about it?
I did. I have. Yes, I
Oh, I
have.
should have known. What would you like to see your company make in the first year?
I said 500,000.
See?
But now you got me reconsidering because I said 500,000 because I felt like it was playing it safe. But
Yes.
now it's like, no, let me dream big.
Yes.
Let me just
And
dream
there's
big.
nothing wrong with that because what's going to happen is when you set it, and you should be realistic. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to tell you something. Staffing and recruiting is one of those businesses where you could do a million easily. You know why? Because you are going to have reoccurring income.
Absolutely.
That's the type of business you have.
And Michelle, I know it can be done because in my previous role, I saw the company that I
You
worked for. So
do it.
I saw
That's
them
right.
make, easy. So
Easily. So by March, I'm going to have you write that down. Where do you see your
okay.
revenue goals and the company itself, the vision within 5 years? That's going to be the start of your business plan. Okay,
Okay.
so those milestones, they show up here. Do you like how this looks? I mean, do I need to
Yes.
change this look? I like
No,
this
I
look
love it.
because we had the one with the little dots at first, and I thought, I don't like that. I want to see something
Yeah.
big, so if I highlight right here, it talks about that on January 20th, you're going to start your business plan. So that gives me and you guidance, right? And then
Yes.
right here on February 2nd, it says, okay, we need to take a look. How many bids did you do this month? Right? So
Right.
this is your organizational structure. This is going to help you see what your progress is. Now, lastly, this is your weekly one-on-one sheet that helps me to track what we're discussing, what we need to follow up on, because you sent me these questions last week.
Yes.
Remember after our session last week? So all I did was, you can still send them to me via email, or you can come in here and put them on. It doesn't matter either way. I'm just going
Okay.
to put them on here, and we will discuss these on the day of the meeting, which we are here December 31st, because we are ready for the new year. We can't wait.
Yes.
I am so excited about 2021. I don't know
Me
what to
too.
do. So here we are, December 31st. We started our meeting at 10 my time. Jessica and I are 2 hours apart, but that's how we will do it. And then our next meeting will go down here, and so on, and it will just continue. And this is how we will be able to, okay, what did we say we were going to do last time? You got to track
Right.
your business life. And we will also talk about things like you planning your life, because you have a family. You spend time
Mm-hmm.
with your children and your husband is very supportive. All of those things are beautiful, and you need to keep that going, because your
Right.
business is going to get stressful. And the more you grow, you're going to probably get more employees, that kind of thing. So
Right.
that's where we are with this. Okay. All
Okay.
right. So are you okay with this? You like this?
Yes, I love it.
Okay, good. I'm glad. And I know we talked about it a little bit, but I need you to be comfortable with it. And you can help me to shape this. Okay? All right.
Okay.